Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Now, judges, I can see that you've had a long day and could use a little refreshment.
Think outside the box.
Think big.
Be innovative.
As managing director, I threw down the gauntlet to the team. Come up with something different, something that can solve a problem. The idea for the Measure Up Cup came from Sarah, whose boss at work is always complaining that they use too much juice. And the idea for the Welly Wallet came from Kieran, who lost his phone at Rockness. Two great ideas in the pipeline. However, the dragons blew fire over our Welly Wallet, so this idea got burned. The Measure Up Cup got their approval. But was there a place in the market for our product? Would people buy it? Market research indicated a high demand for the cup, with 50% willing to pay £2 to £3, although this price was later revised down. So, how does our product work? Here are Laura and Scott using the Measure Up Cup. They are using single concentrated juice, so are pouring to the top line, then filling with water to make the perfect cup of juice. If customers want a weaker glass of juice, they can still be used to measure out an amount into a larger container and then to fill with water, ensuring that no juice is wasted. So then, Luke, what were you up to?
Come up with a design, you said. Find a manufacturer, you said. No problem. I'll Google it. Source a supplier of a shatterproof, dishwasher-proof, child-friendly plastic cup. One you can print on and comes in small quantities and comes in on budget. Easier said than done. The cups were too expensive unless we bought 10,000. We had too many colours in our design. When we took colours out to reduce the cost, the fish had no eyes. The supplier sent the wrong prototype, and the cup we chose was then out of stock. Just as things were coming together, and bear in mind it's now late November, the final design proof had the lines the wrong way round because they thought the cup was for alcohol. I mean, really, no self-respecting Scotsman would put that much water in their whiskey. I eventually found a company and managed to negotiate a unit price of £1.13, and with an average selling price of £1.80, we achieved a markup of 63%. I thought Young Enterprise was supposed to enhance my life, not take years off it.
With Luke being so busy, you might ask, what were the rest of us doing? Avoiding the crossfire in the battle of Becky and Bob. These two strong characters have clashed. This is our organisational structure, with each of us working in different departments. However, this is what Bob thinks it looks like. Gives new meaning to the phrase Bob a job, doesn't it? Bob is hands-on, everything, and this has led to a big workload for our Human Resources Director, who has used all sorts of tactics in a bid to sort out the conflict. Everything okay now, guys?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Although Bob has been full on, he's never been a hindrance. He has driven us to achieve more at sales events and work to provide us with different sales opportunities, such as parents' evenings, events at schools and at the leisure centre. With someone in our team going at 100 miles an hour, the rest of us had to keep up. We chased promotional opportunities through newspapers and radio, but only the Ross-shire Journal took the bait. After sending an article in January, we appeared in April. With articles in the school newsletter, a website, Facebook and leaflets, we managed to get the Measure Up Cup out there. Now, I know you're all dying to hear from Bob.
Well, you've heard a lot about me. Lucky I've got a thick skin. Officially, I'm operations director, but moonlighted in finance and other areas. Money. We had it, the banks didn't want it. We tried 4 high street banks with no luck. So with a flash of my pearly whites to the school secretary, I was granted use of the school safe. Sourcing funds was a challenge. We successfully bid for £75 at Dragon's Den, but conscious that every pound of share capital had to be repaid, this led us to producing jewellery. Sales went surprisingly well. With a markup of 360%, we realised this cash cow could plug our funding gap. In hindsight, overall sales revenue was £582. Profit was £68. Return on capital employed is 15%, and we will offer our shareholders a dividend of 4%, which Mrs. Reines thinks will supplement her teacher's pension nicely. In hindsight, I laugh at the obstacles we've overcome. Cups arriving less than 24 hours before the trades fair. Becky crashing her car the night before. Thank goodness the cups were okay. Power cuts in the Black Isle in the middle of report writing. And the finance director losing his memory stick. 2 words, David, back up.
It's been a year of highs and lows, tears and tantrums, but if asked the question, would you do it again?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Only if I'm managing director.
If you look, you are. I would like to thank Mrs. Rhinus, our link teacher, and Kenny Mackay, our advisor, for their support and patience. But now it's lights out from innovation. Thank you.